Hey guys, today we're doing a disassembly video on this Epson WorkForce Pro WF-4740 printer. We're going to go over the areas that attach these panels here that hold them, just to give you more access to it, or maybe you just want to watch it for fun and see how they're built. That's also a good idea, so don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and just enjoy this video. I want to start off with saying that I already removed the print head. So that we've done in the video. I'm going to put it in the link below, and otherwise everything is still on the printer, and we're going to go ahead and get right to it and start taking it apart. So to do that, we're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. That's what we have here. So we're going to go ahead and start with the panels, the side panels that we have. Actually, let's start with the basic parts that can be removed. So we're just going to remove the trays. Those just pull out like that. This printer has two trays. One of them is going to be thicker, more deeper than the other. So keep that in mind if you're purchasing a tray for this model. You want to make sure it's the upper or the lower. This one we'll remove later. We're going to go back to the back of the printer and remove the duplex unit. So we're just going to press these buttons in and pull that out. I'm going to remove one of the pickup rollers. I'm going to remove the bottom tray for tray 2. I'm going to show you how to do that. If you have a 4720 model, you're just going to have one tray. So that process is going to apply to that main roller on that one. So I have the printer on its side. Just to demonstrate this, this is very simple. You're going to push this in. Then you're going to lift the paper tray, the paper pickup roller like that. And then there's a tab right here. It's this one that you kind of need to lift a little more. And that lets the pickup roller be removed. So is this lever that you kind of just push a little bit while you hold this to the side or to the back. Keep in mind, it's a good idea to take pictures if you're taking a printer, if you're repairing it. Take pictures of the step that you take in order to later put it back together and you know where things go. So we're going to go ahead and start with the side panels. We're going to start with the left one. Let's lift the top. There's screws. There's going to be one here. There's going to be one inside here. So when you open this, you will see a screw in there. If you open it all the way, it'll hide again. So just kind of open it like that. You have access to that screw. There's a screw at the very bottom on the side where the handle is. And on the back we have a screw here, here, and at the bottom. So 3 in the back on this side. And remove any of the tabs that you may have here. They're going to be in the way. So I've got the 2 up there, and this is the 3rd. And we're going to go over here. Remove that screw. This one here. And the screw in this area here. So that's where the USB connection is. So after we removed all the screws and tabs, so it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. We're going to go to the back of the printer and just slide it open, like so. And that should release the panel here. Got that panel off. That's the side where it has the main board, the wireless card right here, and then the power supply is right behind it, or it could be on top here. I'm not sure yet. Sometimes the power supply would be here, and then this would be the connection to it on some of the models. On the right side, we're gonna let's remove this ink waste tank. It just opens up. This is where you have the ink waste bottles. We have screws right here. There's 2 there. 3rd one right here. Same on the bottom here. And when we open this, you will see a screw here. So let's get to them. There's nothing up front as far as I know. Similar concept, we're just going to, very easy, and it just removes like so. We have both our panels off now. The screws right here, they hold the bottom tray, so if you need to remove the bottom tray, you can just remove the 2 screws here, 2 screws on the other side, and you should be good to go. Let's do that real quick and get our bottom tray off. That would be convenient if you're trying to get to this roller right here and you need to remove the bottom tray. Hopefully that will give us access to that one. And if you just need to clean it, you can always clean it from here, so which is a cool thing. As soon as you remove the duplexer, you have access to that one. If you need to clean the bottom one, you have access from the bottom when you remove the tray. So in order to safely remove the bottom tray assembly, you're going to disconnect this wire right here, and it connects to this. You'll see in the back there, there's a connection right there. This is what I'm talking about. So we just need to disconnect it there, like that. The wire just pulls out of there. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll remove this here. I'm going to put the printer on its back, and that will give us a bit of an easier access to it. So we'll just pull these tabs out like that. There's another cord actually. Let's disconnect that. We'll let it be for now. We're just going to remove this side here. Doesn't seem like there's any wires here, so same thing, we kind of pull the tab back, and at this point we can just see where it's connected now. Sorry. As we move this away, you can see the other connections right here. So this one just removes. Oh, it's on a screw. And this one we can just disconnect right here. This is that connection. Just disconnect it like by pulling the cord out. There we go. Got that one out, and then we will need to disconnect the others on from the main board. We still have it on the side, so if that's confusing, that's what it is. So this one is right here. Gonna disconnect it right there, and this one just pulls out right here. There we go. So our bottom tray assembly, so the tray goes in here. That's tray number 2. That's how you remove it. So there's 3 connections. Well, this is a ground wire connection to the main board, and then we have that connection there too. So we got that out. We already have the pickup roller out of it. So now, as you can see, we have access to that pickup roller for the main tray, for tray number 1. So same thing, we're gonna pull this back, pull this back, pull this down, pull this back, and we're just going to go ahead and remove our pickup roller assembly. Alright, our printer is going somewhere. It's now lower. So what we're going to continue doing is just removing more here. So if we lift this top portion here, oh, here's my face on the screen. We're going to, this is in the way, So that's a reason for that. It basically holds the top portion and also prevents it from like jamming open in order to avoid any damage to the wires that are connected to the top of the printer. So in order to remove that, we're going to first remove the screw right here. It's a screw that has this washer right here, kind of. So, and then we're going to lower this a little bit to a point where we can remove this. So if we pull this towards us, towards the right of the printer, it lets you just pop out of there. If it's fully open, it won't let you do that. There's a little lever here. Okay, so now we can fully open the top portion, but lean it against the wall for now. This gives us the access to these screws right here that we're going to remove. Let me go over all the areas. Okay, so we have two screws in here. We have screw right here, here, here. So let's get right to them. Okay. And that should allow this top portion to be removed now. Okay, I tried pulling it up and it didn't work, so there's something was in the way, so I was wondering where, if it's clipped or what. There's two screws right under the screen, as you can see right there. Those we need to remove. Alright, as soon as we got those two out, this top cover lifts that obstruction. So we're going to go ahead and lift it and try to get this out of it too. Kind of push it forward and it should come out. So there, yep, sorry. One more missed area. So we're just going to remove this screw right here. We're going to remove this one also in the future, but that holds this hinge right here. So I'll go ahead and remove it now, but the plastic that's being held is by this screw right here. So anytime you see you feel any resistance or anything, that's usually because there's something such as a screw or a clip that needs to be removed. Okay, so now it just lifts with the whole thing. It locks in here, so that's why we're having this whole thing up. Let me see if I can close it and open without that bottom portion going in. There we go. Alright, put that against the wall. And we can now lift this piece out of there. Oops, some screws flying. That's the inside of a printer. If you need to get to this, like I said, this is the power supply over here. It's going to connect to that power supply outlet right there. You have our main board right here. The timing strip is right there behind the carrier. So let's go ahead and remove the screen here. There's a couple of screws. One screw right there. Now you don't want to pull on this one. I'd rather just remove it from the main board. So it's glued in the back here. Then it wraps around to the main board. It's connected on there. So we're going to free this up. Now we have our screen, and I would hold on to these. This one seems to stick on there. To remove the whole top that we have here, we have this wire connected. I believe this is the scanner unit or the feeder unit. So that one needs to be disconnected. It goes in here. Then we have this wire that also feeds from the top portion. Disconnect that. And then we have these set of wires right here connected. We're going to disconnect there, and this little one. Okay, and then we also have this ground wire So it's this one right here. Just remove with a flathead screwdriver. So just gonna push it down. There we go. And that should have all our cords here disconnected. So what this portion would have is just a document feeder connection, and then inside here we have a scanner unit. Alright, so that's where we're at right now. We can get to all the connections here. This is the, I believe it's fax, yeah, this fax connection. And all these are just basically connected to the rest of the printer. We can just go ahead and disconnect it all just to get to our main board. And we need to remove that. So hopefully you don't have to do a big project such as this ever to get to any repair. It's usually going to be something. So see what you can bypass in order to get to a lot of things you can get to without disassembling much. For example, when I removed print head, we didn't even need to remove this portion here. We were able to just have the top portion being open, and we had access to get to it. So yeah, check that out. It's another video that we have, and I'll put the link in the description below. So we're just disconnecting all the wires connected to the main board, which is a lot of wires. And usually you won't be able to mess them up because they're all different colors. And if they are the same color, like this black is narrow, this is a wider black connection right here. So in these wires you could see that they were together. And like I said, take pictures so you know where, if you don't want to lose the orientation of everything here. So let's go ahead and remove the main board. There's a screw right behind this clear wheel, so we can just pop that off and get to this one. Okay, that one out. Some in the back here. Then there's a smaller screw over here that I need a different screwdriver for. Some screws are hidden behind these tapes right here. Just this one. Should be one behind this wireless card if we disconnect it. There it is. there's a screw right there. Okay, so at this point, as long as we have everything disconnected, we can pull this cover back, because it's almost impossible to remove it. For you, it's like, do you really want to go into all this and like replacing the board, because it's a lot of work. So okay, there was a screw right here. It was in this area. It was under some tape, so I didn't see it, and I was able to remove this portion here. So if you had your main board in there, you would be able to go ahead and remove it too. Let's get that out. And this, I really don't like the paper output trays on Epsons. I mean, I like them, it's just removing them is a pain most times. So and it could be a good thing because they hardly ever get lost or broken. So I would just see if I can remove it here by pushing it to the side. They make it really difficult. So I would just push on here, like so, and push it towards one side. That usually works, and if it doesn't, I'm not going to do it. So let's see if I can push it up and move it to the left. There we go. Yeah, not even gonna go there. It's just too much. So we have our main timing strip right here. That was already removed because we had it attached to the main housing here for the main board. So make sure you remove it before you do that. That's something I missed, and it did rip on this side. So that just comes out of the latches. This is the main power supply right here. Just a couple of screws, and it comes out. So that's the wiring that goes to this port right here, to where you connect the outside. So we can remove this screw right here, and that lets it go. And that's how you remove the main board. I mean, the power supply. Sorry about that. And the model number on this is 219-4845. Okay. So pretty much, guys, if you need this part removed, it's pretty simple at this point. You just get this screw out, and this one right here in the back, and that lets go of the assembly that holds, oh, one more right here, that holds the top portion of the printer. So that's as far as we'll go. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down in the section below. If you know a better way of removing this, replacing it, let me know. Or share in the comment section below. That might help somebody out. In any case, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Thanks.